We're back at Martinsville just after the restart on lap 45, where Skinner has resumed his lead. Mike Bliss has picked up a spot in truck number 2. He's moved in front of the 37 of Bob Strait. As you watch Lagacy in the 24 doing battle here with Johnny Benson, who's definitely on the move if he doesn't spin her out right there. Now he's gathered up the 18 and keeps on trucking.
Benson passed Bodine, the 83 truck, the Coffee Critic truck on the outside. And Todd Bodine tried to do that as well, but right now Todd Bodine in the 61 has his hands full with Dennis Setzer in the 89, the Taco Bell truck.
Of course, that last yellow brought out by the fact that Kenny Schrader would look out.
And Dokken is spinning up in the corner. Are we going to see a caution? No, not yet. His truck is moving, and there's no caution. We will save a caution.
He'll whip her around and keep on trucking, get it out of harm's way. Second time he's spun in that same section of the racetrack. Kenny Schrader out of the race after colliding with Toby Butler, and a frustration for both of them. Let's go to Marty with Kenny.
Okay. Thanks, Dave. We talked about how bad your season has been. I thought today might be one of those days where you get some of it back, but no way.
Thing was running good. We got up. I don't know where we were. We were 13th in that one restart and passed 4 or 5 cars, a truck, but a couple of them got together and Toby bounced off the wall. We just caught him with the right front. Could have been a lot worse. We got off easy. We don't have a whole lot to fix.
Can you get it fixed by North Wilkesboro?
Oh, yeah, we get it fixed. There's another one in the shop, but we'll fix this one.
What a season of frustration it has been for Kenny Schrader. What a race we have for second spot here as Ruttman in the 84 tries to figure out a way to get back around Hornaday, and Carelli, number 6, is working on Ruttman. There is the view that Ruttman has of the proceedings here as they head up the front straightaway.
He's got that phone card, 800 collect. He ought to call Hornaday up and say, look, move over.
I call him on the truck phone.
Truck phone.
Hornaday isn't going to move over. I guarantee you that. He's still frustrated over what happened to him in Richmond when he tangled with Jeff Bodine late in the race, knocked him well back in the championship standings, about 141 or so behind the leader now. 61, Todd Bodine, one of 3 Bodines racing here today. Looks like the side of that truck's a little flat, Benny.
Never seen. He's on the outside of Porting Gate. They tell me he brushed the wall as he came off the second corner. We'll see. Uh-oh, he gets a little too high, and yes, he did meet the wall just ever so slightly.
We mentioned earlier there will be a teammate truck to this one next year. Jack Roush will be fielding a full-on championship effort. The driver has not been named. Todd will continue to drive this truck. We understand Mark Martin may occasionally drive this truck, which will be the R&D vehicle for the championship-seeking truck. And I would suspect that there's a Ford finger in that pie. They don't like getting clobbered by the Chevys the way they have this year. They're sending Roush out to do some business.
I would think so. There we see Hermie Sadler in the 00 with the DeWalt truck, and there's Bob Strait around, and no caution. No caution still, and Strait is losing positions. Even as we speak, he's losing positions. Man, oh man, and Bob Strait was running in where? About 10th or 11th?
Yeah, he'd been battling for a top 10 spot all the way there, and of course just lost that position to, I guess, Mike Bliss. And he may lose another one here as another of the damaged trucks in the field. Bill Sedgwick's going to try him on the outside. Strait running through his own smoke over there off 2. They have not been liberal with the cautions here today. Let's see how this one happened.
There we see Hermie Sadler running in the back of the 89 as the trucks try to stop, and they split him, leave Strait sitting there, and they one more. I guess Scott Lagacy was the truck right behind Bob Strait, but he gets it going in the right direction, and no caution flag, but he did lose several positions.
No caution flag and no contact, so other than flat spots, truck may still be pretty good. Let's see how he fares after losing all those positions. Let's drop back now to, where can we find him? 20th, I believe, in the running order. So he lost about a dozen spots in that altercation. Strait had a pretty good run going up until that. He did. Out front, Skinner continues to lead. The battle behind him has been impressive for most of the way. And here's Bodine trying to pick up more positions. He started 17th and has been on the move.
And he's now currently in 8th spot, so he has the Exide battery struck often moving.
He certainly demonstrated at Richmond that he can drive a truck as effectively as a car. He battled Labonte down to the wire in an impressive show. Bodine's got a lot of experience and 4 Winston Cup victories on this racetrack. Should have a Benson view of this incident involving Strait.
That's the performance brake, friction brake pads and the hella lighting onboard camera. We still got that great battle going for second place. There we see second, third, and fourth and fifth. Hornaday, Ruttman, Carelli, and Jack Sprague running in fifth currently.
A lap ago, the nose of this truck was right up under the tailgate of the truck in front. Ruttman was really pushing on Hornaday, trying to force a mistake and get back around him because Skinner has checked out on these guys. He's opened up a half straightaway lead. There's Skinner in the middle of the mob scene up front, trying to overlap Barry Bodine and number 22 Todd Massey, whose truck was smoking earlier but apparently is fixed now. So Skinner's dealing with traffic as Bodine gets into Massey. Last thing Skinner needs is for those two lads to tangle in front of him. He wants to get by them and get on with it.
So he finally gets under Barry Bodine's truck and moves up behind Todd Massey.
Barry's doing a respectable job here today for a kid who's never raced anything bigger than a go-kart. Pretty much has kept himself out of trouble. The one spin he was involved in was not his fault.
And there we see Kenny Wallace in the Red Dog truck. And Johnny Benson. We see Kenny Wallace started 36th and was, not only did he start 36th, he was involved in a crash with Darrell Waltrip and had to go back to 35th before, and he's now up to 12 spots. So
he's driving the wheels off that truck, which was built by Earl Barbin. He's actually the transporter driver for Rusty Wallace, and Earl built it to drive himself. But the Red Dog people came and said, hey, let's put together a deal. Put Kenny in that truck, get him on TV at Martinsville, and that's as good a view as you'll ever get right there as he goes by the onboard camera riding with Johnny Benson. So I'll tell you, Wallace is definitely the class of this field.
How'd you like to look out your window, the left side, and look at that dog, that big old red dog right in your face?
I think I'd rather be looking at that big old ugly red dog than I would that left row fender, because I'd be thinking about how he got that fender looking that way. What's he going to do to me? So they work into traffic now. Here's your second place battle, trying to thread through the needles. Hornaday working to the bottom.
That was Frank Davis in the 0 car that the leaders were able to get by, and they're going by Barry Bodine and Todd Massey, the next victim for Hornaday and Ruttman. Hornaday got a break. He caught him going in the corner. He was able to get in the groove. He's caught Ruttman on the outside. That will gain 4 or 5 car lengths for Hornaday.
And there you see that gap right there as they dive down into turn 3. Meanwhile, Ruttman has pulled away. The guy who's really gotten a beating in this traffic situation is Sprague.
But he was able to get by Carelli in the traffic, so Jack Sprague will put him now up in 4th spot.
He got a position out of it, but he lost a lot of racetrack space. So I guess that's a trade-off. I'd rather have the position. That's first money. Ruttman a little loose out of 2, trying to track Hornaday back down.
There we see Jack Sprague, the Budweiser truck, has been able to get by Carelli in the total petroleum vehicle. And there we see Jeff Bodine is closed in. Bodine has a great run going today. Oh, Bodine! Oh, my goodness.
Sprague got involved. Carelli is involved. Bodine is involved, and I'm not sure where that started.
I'm okay.
Definitely ahead of them.
Carelli said, I'm okay. I think that was Carelli's voice said, I'm okay, because he pounded that ball hard.
That one's going to have to come behind the wall.
Carelli talking to the chest round team. Boy, he hit it, got airborne a little bit. Reminiscent of what happened yesterday to Musgrave. Let's take another look at it.
There we see Barry Bodine is going to spin. He's going up and hit the wall. Now Carelli's trying to go by, and bam, look at this.
Man.
Oh, man, it almost goes over. And also Sprague is involved, and
Frank
his
Davis.
dad missed it. Jeff Bodine, I believe, is going to be able to stop in time. Let's one more look.
But the trouble is in front of him.
Yes.
Carelli sees it. Whack. That's a hard hit.